Hi, my name is Madeline Parker. Welcome to my channel, House of Spirit. I'm going to do a read right now for the sign of Sagittarius. I pulled the Temperance card. Ta-da! That's the Sagittarius card when asking what sign to do next. So, welcome, by the way, to my channel, House of Spirit. My name is Madeline Parker, and if you would like a personal read, my email is below. Plus, I have all kinds of workshops coming up in the Los Angeles area in Highland Park, Canoga Park, Silver Lake. So if you're interested in any spiritual workshops that teach how to use astrology and tarot to help guide you, but also I'm doing another workshop on how to go use your feminine energies and how to shift more into feminine and receptive lead. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what's going on for Sagittarius this month. We have, I think I'll pull that out of the way, this clip. There we go. We have, let's start with the sun. So this is for Mars 2020, by the way, and the sun begins at the beginning of the month in Pisces, which will be in your fourth house. So sun in the fourth house would indicate possible expansive home projects or home plans or plans around property or family. And then you're going to go into Aries, so it could be which is then going to move the sun into your fifth house, which is possible relationship happening, or shedding light or identities around relationships commencing when it's in the sign of when the sun goes into Aries. So there might be bold movement in relationships. Now that's going to happen March 22nd or 23rd, around the time that Saturn goes into Aquarius, and the same time that there is a new moon in Aries. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. Then we've got Mercury going into it was currently, Mercury's in Pisces, but it's in retrograde. It might be in Aquarius right now, sort of going, and then it goes back towards, it goes direct around March 10th. And it's in Pisces, I think, when it goes direct, or it might be in Aquarius when it goes direct. But anyway, for Sagittarian, that's third and fourth house. So again, communications, and it's in Pisces and Aquarius, so possibly going inward, to gain clarity about ways to communicate back into the world. Might be past projects coming up that you're going to take out to the world when Mercury goes direct again and when Saturn goes into Aquarius a week after that, after Mercury stations direct. And so then we've got Venus going into Taurus for Sagittarius. That's going to be into your sixth house, beginning of month. So sixth house, possibly ways of earning money, being of service in Venetian ways, or with a partner, or with a love, your true love, or being of service, bringing love, or creating higher sort of beauty around your everyday, day-to-day way of living, and possibly involving your love. Then we get Mars in Capricorn pretty much throughout March, hitting you, Sagittarians, in your second house. That's good. That's good. That's a lot of action, a lot of movement, effort made towards finances by getting out more into the world, using that energy of Mercury going back and forth through Aquarius and Pisces, through past projects coming back. Then we have Jupiter is in Capricorn in your second house, so sort of edging you to go to light, higher consciousness work that brings and raises consciousness in the world, putting you earning money in a way that's very vocational. And then we have Saturn going into Aquarius, which will be for you guys into your third house. So Saturn, let's see, where do we go? Saturn in Aquarius is in your third house. So Saturn has been in your second house. Now it's going to go into your third house in Aquarius. So you're going to be out there communicating, taking your work out there. Saturn is about career, status, possibly status rising for you guys around communication, possibly small businesses being started for you guys in light, in a guru way, you know, with the light bringing higher consciousness. And again, involving your tribe, possibly. Then we have Uranus. Well, let's just talk about what's going on as far as transits, because, okay, and now let's quickly talk about the moons. So we've got the full moon in Virgo on the 8th and 9th, which is going to reveal And what house is that for you guys, Sagittarius? Full moon in Virgo on the 10th is hitting your 10th house. So that's going to be detailed precision, ways of being of service in your career, and it will reveal the benefits of your work, of your detailed, precise work is going to come to light and advance your career. You're going to see a career advancement on it, and also impacting your day-to-day life routine. And then we have the new moon in Aries, which is going to be in your 5th house, so possibly igniting friendships into relationships around these mission-type guru-like projects that you're being nudged on by Jupiter. All right, let's take a look and see what the cards have to say first. And I like to think that my reads pertain to whatever house, whatever planet you hold in that sign, and whatever house Sagittarius covers. For me, it covers my 6th house and a little bit of my 7th, I think. So, and also your sun, your moon, but mostly for your ascendant, because I line those notes up to your ascendant. All right. Calling in highest guides and angels for the sign of Sagittarius. May you please guide us to guide the Sagittarians to their highest, best destiny in love and light. And thank you, by the way, to all my new subscribers, and for subscribing, and for comments. I love the comments. I love questions. I'm going to be doing a video soon about number, frequencies, and number meanings and synchronicity. I'm working on that right now. All right, Sagittarius, let's have a look and see how the cards sort of galvanize all that information. We start out with the Devil. Let's have a look. That's Capricorn. Justice. Cup. Nine of Swords. Page of Wands. Ooh, nice. There's that career. That's that career, shall we say, possibility options. Interesting. So we did talk about those planets in the 2nd house. Let me get back. Here we go for March. So we do have all these planets in your house of finances and material gain, 2nd house. So it does seem to me, Sagittarius, that projects from the past, because we are, as I'm doing this read, we are currently in Mercury retrograde. Plus Mercury is going to be retrograde halfway through the month. So we are looking at projects returning from the past that have had fears around them that have been balanced out and released. Let's see where Pluto is for you guys. I think Pluto is in the 2nd house for Sagittarians. Yeah, Pluto is in the 2nd house for Sagittarians. So Sagittarians are coming up against deep karmic fears around finances. But as you become lifted of these fears, some return projects from the past or communication. Remember, we talked about these planets in your 3rd house, Mars in your 2nd house, but what did we say? Mercury in your 3rd house, communication around a project that had fears based around it, okay? Sagittarian, let me stay in the orange. Plus, we are talking about that 5th house, so it could involve relationships, even though I don't have any relationship. Oh, what's the bottom of the deck? Okay. None of the sort of relationship cards are here, but there's a project coming in from the past that is able to happen now because fears around this have been released. There's been balanced, the thoughts around it are balanced. Then we get the Emperor here involving Capricorn, again another, well, this is Aries energy, so this could be the new moon in Aries, the sun going into Aries, possibly boss, coming in. Let's look about emotions here, because I'm getting this King of Cups in the heart spot, indicating a kind of love or emotional. So with Jupiter, I'm going to say that indicates, with Venus in the picture, where did we say Venus was going to be? In your 2nd house, was it? Venus is going to be in your 6th house of day-to-day routine. So I'm going to say that there's a shift in your fate here. You're going to know that something from the past is coming back, that there were fears around. You did have a lot of love for this project. This was something that was deep in your heart that you really saw for yourself. And I'm going to say there was an emotional charge around this project that wasn't necessarily related to the fact that it was a project, but there was emotional issues around this, which have now been lifted, causing an opportunity. And again, we get a triggering issue or fears or subconscious issues around this, but there has been awakening around it. So in other words, the fears related to past projects or ways of making money with this Pluto in your 2nd house have been completely lifted. It's almost like you're realizing, Sagittarians, that an emotional issue around a project from the past, or simply that you were in an emotionally not stable place prior, but now that you're aware of these other choices and other options, you realize that fears were really blocking. You have an awakening around a certain amount of fear around making money, and about being able to be of service, and about being able to, shall we say, be in alignment about your money. But this card hitting in my 11th spot really indicates a financially, and we're getting a lot of money in this read, but because this is abundant support. The universe, you're going to know, universe is supporting your financial progression through this opportunity that's going to come in through communication. A project from the past does bring you a lot of really good money, but maybe you don't think it's paying very much, or you didn't think it would pay very much. There's some kind of an emotional stress thought around this issue. It felt blocked, but these were just fears. You're now waking up. You're realizing your heart is safe in this project. How are we doing time-wise? I'm going to pull a moon card for clarifying on this. Let's see what card likes to bring clarity on all of this. Choice, a decision having to be made that was blocked by fear. You're now waking up around. You're going to know this was a fear, a choice that was blocked for fear. So let's have a look and see. And you are now at peace. That there was negative thoughts blocking this. You're going to know somebody that's coming back from the past is sorry or stressed about having rejected this, possibly. Let's have a look and see. A new start is coming, new moon. So that new moon in Aries coming in mid-month when Saturn goes into Aquarius. This looks like the beginning of a new start in finances, in a financial project that you may be going into this month feeling a little out of alignment financially, like you're not getting paid enough. This is going to solve that. You're going to see your finances are safe. You're going to be at peace. This is big for Sag. It's time to release the negativity. Doesn't that be bold and make the first move? Cardinal new moon. Cardinal moon. Aries is a cardinal sign. New moon. Cardinal moon. It's time to release that negativity. So really, you guys, Sagittarians, are releasing negative fear-based perceptions around finances, but also around your emotions involved in the projects, because we get all these emotional cards here. There's an emotionality that blocked the project, a depression or a sadness. It's like you've shifted to a higher frequency vibration, so you can now handle a project that it had somewhat a triggering effect on you emotionally prior. Maybe it was involved with people that were in relationships that were hurting your feelings, or maybe it was involved with a divine mate. If you're a twin flame, this could be your divine mate, or it could be your husband, anyone you're in a relationship with. So there may have been a project that had relationship issues around that have been cleared now, because you've cleared these triggers. You're now ready to make some choices. But they always say wait till Mercury retrograde goes direct, but I'm saying around that time that Mercury goes direct and we get these planets going into Aquarius, Saturn going into Aquarius, Sun going into Aries, Moon going into Aries, new moon, that you really are going to start this project that does bring you tremendous amount of finances and wealth. You're going to be balanced out of this sort of karmic, and we didn't even talk about the devil. The ego, it's a shift from ego choice to heart choice, money, ways of making money, and it's been scary for you, but it's happening. You're going to start seeing that these opportunities are coming forward from the past that you may have been emotionally turned away from. So we're just going to pull. So with the Seven of Swords, it's saying this Nine of Swords was thoughts that were deceptive thoughts. So in other words, you may have had an emotional upset around this project, but you're going to see that you didn't need to have that was just thoughts that were slightly deceptive. Fire sign, that's Sagittarius. You're in your power, in your masculine, creative power, Sagittarians, ready to start. The Fool, ready to go for this, ready to start a brand new thing here. It's the beginning of the astrological year coming up. So it looks to me right before this year begins, this new moon in Aries, Sun in Aries, Saturn in Aquarius. What else? Mercury going direct is going to be a period of a brand new start in a project that previously you had emotional resistance around because of relational issues, heart-love relationship issues. All right, Sagittarius, I hope that was clarifying and helpful for you, and sending lots of love. Namaste. Thank you for watching.